Hello, everyone, and as always, welcome back to Strategy Gaming Dojo, where we find, learn, and play one more turn of the great strategy games. And today we're back into Gary Grigsby's War in the East 2. There has been some questions raised at OKH about our big overall grand strategy. I love it. I love the back and forth. We shall see. I've gotten some very good comments on why I should be focusing on encirclements. Okay, I take them for the good, constructive comments that they are. I think they're wrong. Of course I do, because I play the game this way. But that does not necessarily make it the right way, does it? I don't know. Yes, of course it does. No, it does not. You've got to play the game. If you just watch me play the game and you're like, well, okay, he must have all the answers. You're wrong about that. I'll say I do not have all the answers. It's a brand new game. I will say in the old game, I've tested both methods and found what I do now superior, but that was the original game. This is a new game. Very few people have played this all the way 215 turns to the end if it took that long. So I don't know. I guess no one knows. And maybe in this game, encirclement will become more important, or it will be more efficient if you're trying to win as the Axis. It's certainly very possible. And I think good points have been raised. That's why you should always look at the comments. Always, sign up for the Discord. We talk about some of this stuff in the Discord channel as well. But yeah, I love the active engagement. I'm glad that you guys care. Ultimately, that's all that really matters to me. These are games in the end, and I love these games. I really enjoy them, and I always have my entire life. I think I got an Avalon Hill game when I was about, I want to say 8 or 9. And I set that thing up and look at those counters, and I've been in love ever since. And so I used to have a buddy who actually ended up in the armed forces. He got deployed to Bosnia, so he was a sniper hunter. All right, so this guy was, you know, special forces all the way. But Part of the story is I would play, when we were kids, we would play these games against each other. He was my ultimate opponent, and but he eventually joined the armed forces. He was, in the special forces of some sort. I think he was maybe Navy Delta Force, but anyway, he was in Bosnia, and he was a sniper hunter. And that just sounds like you should get more combat pay, right? But he ended up losing his little toe on, I can't remember. I didn't look at it. I didn't, check out his toes that much, but I guess it was on his left foot, I think. He lost his little toe because he had to squat in a cold frozen river for 8 hours because they thought a sniper was up in the trees, just, past their position in the river. And he had to sit there for 8 hours. And he ended up losing a toe to frostbite. Anyway, that was, that went far afield. But the point is I used to play Avalon Hill games against him all the time, and we both were just absolutely in love with these games from the time we were 8 or 9 years old. Okay, let's get into Army Group South after that slight detour into nostalgia. Do we have anything back here? I don't think we really do. We've got this one unit that's back here, 183rd ID, but that's already been moved. That just came on the map. Next turn, I believe we get the Italians to activate. You never want to hear that when you're in a nightclub. But we will we will welcome them to our map here in the southern front. Let's start moving. And what are we trying to accomplish here? Well, we got to get up to Kiev and get Kiev surrounded with Sixth Army. We're going to bring the not literally a cavalry unit, but the cavalry up here to Kiev, get it completely surrounded so that hopefully we can take it next turn. Then the other big spot on the map here is Cherkasy, down to our twin towns, D Town and Z Town. Uh, these are victory point locations. If we look at it, we get 10 for each. When did the Axis actually take these? Let's get down. Whoa, shit. There we go. Okay, D Town was August 25th. Z Town was not until October 4th. So they really, this is where the Germans came to and they stopped. If you start looking at these dates out here, you're all the way out into October before they advanced on Stelino. And so they came here to D Town, they stopped. They didn't even go down here to the Z. They kind of stopped here, just right here on this front. We are not going to do that. We're going to keep pushing. Stelino is very important from a production perspective for the Soviets. Now, I have not completely play tested out. I'm playing along with you here. I've not played ahead at all. I have not tested out how exactly the Soviet factory relocation works now. I know it's a little different in this game, but I kind of skipped over some of the Soviet parts reading the big manual because I wanted to get into the stuff that you guys care about if you're playing the Axis. Now, when we turn around and play the Soviets, we will talk about how you evacuate factories, but I think in this game maybe it's a little more automated. Happens on a more set schedule, but don't quote me on that. I just think that from kind of glancing at some different forum posts and whatnot. But anyway, the point is we want to push into Stelino because at the very least we want these factories to have to relocate. There are an absolute ton of factories out here, and if we take the dates off, you'll see there are a lot of factories out here that are producing a lot of things for the Soviets. There's a few here at Rostov, but really, Stelino must have just been a massive industrial. I'm seeing smokestacks, and it's got that weird kind of orange haze all around Stelino as they crank out the Soviet war machine. Um, but why did I say Cherkasy is important? Well, if you look at the terrain, we've got this, heavy woods here. We probably have quite a few units that are here, just, either dropping back from Kiev or they're trying to protect Kiev being taken from the south. And so this is where we start thinking about getting our panzers across, and we will not be doubling back to encircle whatever Soviet units are out here. We will continue with our game plan, and we're going to jump over the Dnieper, and we are going to start trying to get down here to the D and the Z, onto Stelino, and ultimately Rostov. Now, I would like to get beyond Rostov. Of course you would. Let's try to push out here as far as we can. But if all we do before the winter is get to Rostov with these units up here. Now, I'm not talking about what's going through the Crimea, but if all we do is get here to the Don River and follow the Don River around to the fated for the Germans anyway, Stalingrad. If all we do is get units out to the Don River, kind of around here, it is a beautiful defensive front that you can just sit behind. You do have you have major urban areas where you can stash your panzers to protect them from the winter, whether it be Stelino or Rostov. I guess that's also why, potentially Kursk and Kharkov could be, places we do want to take. You can put your panzers there. It protects them from the winter at least a little bit. Also back here, D-Town, Z-Town, look, they're victory point locations. We want those. We want Rostov, but we really want to get to that Don River here in the south. That's the main thing. So this time, let's take factories off. We are going to be pushing to get across the Dnieper because once we're across here, there's not a lot of natural fortifications for the Soviets. We can get out and around here, and if to the extent they've stacked troops here, and they probably have because it's a victory location, or they are victory locations, to the extent they've stacked troops here, hey, maybe we'll go do an encirclement. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Okay, I won't make that joke get old. But maybe I will. If you know me, maybe I will. Let's start moving the Sixth Army. I'm going to keep these guys regiments because I kind of want to spread my wings, down up here in the north. I'm not really too worried about anything counterattacking here, but I would like to at least cover the territory. And so we're just going to kind of move up here. We'll take this level 2 air base. That never hurts. Oh, hey, how's it going, bud? Um, it's a fortified unit. We can probably just blow that away. But let's go look at our core really quick. We've got Kynitz out here. He's not very good. 4555. That's why I've got him, back here. I probably should put some of these units with other guys if they have capacity. So we have Coke. Okay. He's not great either. He's a little better, but not great. We don't have great generals out here in the sixth. Reinhardt's a 556 with a 6. He's maybe the best of the bunch. Who else do we have here? Oh, I just looked at Coke. Okay, Coke. Oh, who do we have down here? We have Vero. And Vero's not okay. They're all kind of the same. They look like they're kind of that meal that you have, and you say, well, it wasn't great, but it wasn't terrible. It's really here's our guy, Reinhard down here. Eventually, I may make Sixth Army an assault army if we take Leningrad soon enough. We'll see, we'll see, and then I'll switch out the 8th or the 18th, and I may move Modal and others down this way. We'll see how that goes. Okay, does he have in the 17th support? He does actually. He's got quite a bit. He's got 4 artillery, 2 anti-aircraft. He's got the Stug, Pioneer, heavy work. Okay, so he's pretty loaded up. He's not moved yet, so let's go ahead and just do a hasty. And off goes the fortified unit. They surrendered only. We didn't even get half of them. They've all melted into the swamps here to become swamp rats, as I call them. Right. Well, we could come more up here, I guess, with these regiments just to make sure, or do we just just go for it? I don't know. We've got 4 units. Let's go ahead and go up here with the regiments. We may as well. We'll just kind of cover the territory here. Um, Shoot. I'm going to move straight through here, I think. So I will go ahead and take those hex. I hate to leave these Soviet. See, it tries to go around them. It drives me nuts. Uh, let's go straight forward with him because I wanted to take that town more than anything. And now we can come up here and get right on the doorstep of Kiev, and we'll have these guys come in from the north. All right, so we've got that. Ay, 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 ay. Let's actually. Okay, we'll just put him there. They're not all going to be able to get here anyway, but they'll be close enough that they can be right next to Kiev next time. And still have a deliberate attack. That's the main thing. We still want to have a deliberate attack when we're actually sitting on Kiev. So we'll just move him up to, well, I don't want him to be right next to a Soviet hex actually. So let's back him up. Okay, that all looks good. That all looks good. We're to the north of Kiev. We're running into no resistance. Now, again, okay, I'm going to beat the dead horse. Part of that is I do believe, and one of the advantages I've always thought about how I do like to do things is when you're pushing your panzers forward fast as you can, the Soviets are always constantly trying to react. And I do wonder, I don't know, you guys can tell me because you're doing it a different way, but I do wonder if some of the units that would normally be trying to protect Kiev are trying to get down here to protect a river crossing from our panzers. Because once the panzers, I'm just saying, as a human Soviet player, I would say, what's more important here? Well, ultimately, you're not going to hold Kiev, no matter what. I don't care how terribly I play. Eventually, Kiev will fall before the winter, right? So, what might be a better use of your resources, maybe that are, let's say, here, okay, instead of reinforcing Kiev, would be to move down here and say, do not let them get across the river between, Cherkasy and D-Town. Just don't let them do that. That might be something I would do as a Soviet player instead of throwing things into a lost cause. We'll see. We'll see. I don't know. Right. What are you part of? You're part of these guys. You're part of these guys. Let's put you right here in the outskirts. All right. So they didn't have anything outside of Kiev, which is it surprising? Is surprising the right word? I don't know if surprising is the right word. But it's not typical. Maybe that's the proper way to put it. Okay, what else do we have here? Let's get up to the south of Kiev. And as you see, we're not going to have enough points to directly attack Kiev this time, and that's fine. I didn't expect to. We're just going to come up here. We're going to get everything lined up and get ready to go. And I'll actually take this unit and keep it just behind, just in case we need a little help. So we're triple stacked there. We're triple stacked here. We'll be triple stacked here next time. That will be the force that goes after Kiev. Bring this headquarters up here. All right. And we'll bring this one up here. Okay, so that's all looking fine. We still have this core that's just kind of I don't even know what this core is doing. It's kind of hanging out. I sort of think I maybe, let's look how far out these guys are now. 15, okay, so 18th Army is going to have to move up. Why don't we put this core headquarters back here? Now, it doesn't help your capacity that much, but it helps a little, and we're not doing anything else with it. So let's move 18th Army. First of all, let's go look at Zitomir. I think that's where we want to go next. Yeah, it has a level 2 rail yard. So let's move 18th Army up to Zitomir. Okay, we'll do that. I think we will build a depot here at Zitomir. All right. So we'll get that going. While we're here, let's do the rail. Now, if we take the units off here, you see, let's take the logistics off. You see, there's kind of a little, kind of a double back here on the rail, and so we're going to have to go here and then back to Rovno and then out. And I think the path. Now we could. I don't know. We could link up certain things, but I think we're just going to stay on this main rail and go this way and down this way with it, and then maybe up to Kiev first, and then down, and that should be pretty good. We may go into Cherkasy. Cherkasy is a level 2 rail yard. Okay, that's good. Uh, what's D-Town? D-Town is, wow, a level 6. Okay, well, we're going to be running the mass amount of logistics out of D-Town when we get here. What's Z-Town? It's a 3. Okay, so it's not terrible. You see, they got a lot of industry here too, so those will be really, really nice to take. All right, let's get our units back out here. Um, Interesting. Okay, so we are going to go actually down this major rail. We may connect Cherkasy into it to help some units that are if they're out here, but ultimately we're going straight through here with our entire logistics network. What is this one? What is Kremenchug? Kremenchug. It's only got a level 1 rail yard. It also has more factories and production. Okay, great. So we've got them in command, them in command, them in command. We've moved the core headquarters back. We've got the railroad unit here. Let's go ahead and let's start repairing that rail. And we'll have to do the back track there so that Robno is hooked up. And then we'll come out this way and down this major rail we go. Choo choo! And off we go. There we go. All right. So on he goes, on he goes. They're gonna have to repair, I think, almost all of this out here. Do we have a railroad unit in 6th Army? We do. Okay, so that should detach here at some point. Let's look at the rail out here. Yeah, I mean, it's a little ways away, but I think, let's see, is that more than 15 hexes? I don't think so. It really should detach a rail out here. That second, oh, maybe it already had. Oh, I see. My bad. It's already got its secondary rail unit, that rail that we saw attached to it. It's out here trying to pull forward from our main line coming out of Lvov, Tarnopol. Which one's this? I can't do it with the dang railroad on. I always forget the name of this town. What is it? Get on the dang town. Let's go. Oh, I guess it's here. It's already through it. That's why I couldn't do it. Proskorov. Okay, so we're moving down this main rail line. It's helping with that. We have a secondary rail here from Army Group South. Okay. Oh, that's ours. That's the main one. Where's the secondary ones? We have one here from 17th Army that's back here helping build rail. So that's all going fine. That's going fine. Our rail has advanced. I like that. So we're going to do a depot here in Zitomir. We will need some of this built out. It's not the biggest rail. As a matter of fact, maybe we should have come up here. Karsten? No, it's only a level 1 rail yard. This is going to be temporary. We're going to build this depot here, but then eventually we're going to be in Kiev, hopefully by as soon as next turn with 18th Army. Or I keep saying 18th. 6th Army. 6th Army, I apologize. 6th Army. Now we still have these units out here with quite a few movement points left. I do want to take this airfield, although these are level 2 airfields. And then we're just going to push straight east with these guys. And we're going to kind of, do our every other hex deal. We're going to go straight east with 6th, with these elements of 6th, and help try to push across the river in case we also need to get around behind Kiev. I mean, that's always a possibility that we might have to do that. And as you see, 6th will be very nicely covering. Let's make sure we move. Oh, I almost moved the wrong one there. Okay, I don't want to move the Panzer division yet. I really would rather come up this way, but I sort of need this unit there. Okay, excellent. And we'll move the headquarters up. He's well in command. All of these core headquarters are very nicely placed. That all looks fine. All right, Sixth Army done. Done. I mean, there's nothing else to do with Sixth Army. They're in good shape. They're right around Kiev. I'm hoping we take it next turn. We'll have them surrounded with 9 divisions, but they do have, this behind. They will still be getting plenty of supply. It's very hard to cut that off no matter what you do. Even if you took the Panzers up here, you got some really bad swampy area. They could potentially get some down this way. They've got a major rail into town and a minor rail into good old Kiev. So, we'll see. We're going to try to take it from a frontal assault, and we're not going to really do any strategic bombing on it. So, it's just going to be on the infantry. We don't have any armor there. Okay, so let's move. Unlike what I usually do, let's move the Panzer divisions, the infantry part, ground forces first. And I want to put this one here because I want to attack right in this area. I see the reason is I see a 1-1 here, but I see 8s and 9s. I see a 6 here, but here I see, we can pin this unit, and then we've got 1-5-4. I think this is where we want our breakthrough to center. Let's see how far up here we can get 111th Infantry Division. Maybe this can be the unit that's like our holding unit right here. That looks pretty good. Let's see how far you can. Nope, he can only get to like right there. So maybe that's the unit I bring up first. How far can you go? You can go a little further, I guess. Yeah, okay, let's bring 44th ID up this way. All right, we're going to leave him right there for now. Now then. Hmm. Okay, while I think about that, let's go back to 55th Corps. Make sure it's locked. It's got everything in it that we would want in it. That looks good. I'm trying to do that all this time. What does 6th Army have in it? It's got that rail labor detachment we looked at. A lot of construction battalions, which is good. And we'll try to get those into Kiev and get Kiev really roaring. It's got pioneers. It doesn't have any anti-aircraft attached. I think that's kind of a bad idea. Let's give it let's just give it, like light flak, something like that. That's fine. We'll put that in there so it's got a little flak along with it. Let's see. Let's go to 51st Corps. 51st Corps has got heavy howitzers, artillery, battalion, stugs, okay, so on, so forth. Um, Looks good. All right, so 51st Corps, that looks fun. 51st Corps had 2 battles. Man, these guys are just yeah, they're living the life. They're like, man, I hear all that gunfire, out here. What's going on? We're just marching to Kiev. Uh, so they're on the doorstep of Kiev. They fought 2 battles. It's kind of funny. Let's see, 44th Corps. Okay, do you have support unit? How in the heck does 44th Corps sitting right in front of Kiev not have support units? Now that's just ridiculous. Let's put some pioneers in there. Let's put some Army light flak, more flak. Let's put the cannons. Let's put the howitzers. Now that's kind of why we had those sitting around there, right? We need them. Let's lock that up, and now we've got some support units in there. And then what is up there? Why is it drawing this strange line all the way to OKA? Oh, I think it's because those support units just went in there. That could be kind of a bug. Okay. Um, Heavy howitzer, artillery cannon, blah, 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 Stug, Pioneer, heavy warfare. Oh, that reminds me. That reminds me of one thing I wanted to do this time. I actually, this turn, want to come up here to 50th Corps. I want to get these Flammenpanzers out. Let's put them up at this turn. Well, shoot, I could send them straight down to 6th Army, right? Could I? Can I? 6th Army. Yeah, we can do that. Let's send these directly to 6th Army so that, well, that's not true. I'm also going to need one in 11th Army. So let's put this in 11th Army. All right. So now those Flammenpanzers, which are just wreak havoc on urban areas, one will be down here, and we got to remember to pull it down next time. Ooh, that reminds me of something else in the comments. Now, I look, I maybe would have missed it, but I don't think so. But I do really appreciate the comment, actually. It was a very good comment. If we look at our commander's report, distance from headquarters, and we go down here to our negatives, well, we should probably sort it. Um, if we go down here to our negatives and we start to look here, first of all, 44th Infantry, I don't know why that's so far out, but we'll look at the end of the turn like we always do. But 1st Panzer Division is 13 out from its headquarters. All right, negative 13, so it's really 18 hexes away. It's 13 out of command. What? Why is that? Well, we go see. This is the one we set back here in refit status, all right? And so it's sitting back here, and when I moved everything else, I just didn't move it. Now, we could go set it right there, but looking at it, it's at 104 tanks. If we go and look at the TOE, it did build back to 72, so that's a little better. Okay, those are ready, right? This is 88 ready plus damaged of 100. We want 100. We got the max TOE set at 100. 72 ready, 88 ready, and damaged. So it's built a little bit, but why go put it here? What's it doing? It's not really doing anything. So I think we bring it up to Pskov. I think that that's what we should do with it. So thank you for the comment, the person that noticed that. Hey, your 1st Panzer Division is stuck back here. That is why I go look at that commander's report before we switch the new turn and see everything that's negative and try to figure out why it's negative from distance to headquarters. Okay. Now that I'm up here, I'm just out kind of looking around. Hey, what's going on? Sightseeing up in the Baltic states. Right, back down here, back down to these infantry. So those were two things that I meant to remember, and now I've remembered them. In this old trap, sometimes you don't remember things you want to. Let's see, 4, 5. Okay, well he could come here and start to kind of blast away there, or maybe this guy would be better for that. Why don't we bring? He would have 2 left, but now they're representing that's a 1. We'll see. All right, so we'll bring him up there. Let's spacebar him. Get moving, buddy. We'll also bring the headquarters a little further forward here. Not that it matters for support units here, but we eventually will want them in command, so we may as well do that. What does the support? Okay, so 111th Infantry has no support units. Let's look at the Panzer group. Uh, Interesting. So these are down. Huh. Interesting. These are at 29th Corps. Okay, well, we're going to pull some of this flak out here. We're also going to add a motorized brigade to them, even though they're infantry. I just want to give them a little more punch. Oh, you know what, though? On this motorized brigade that's in, where's 29th Corps? Where is that? Why does 29th Corps have nice things and we don't have nice things here? I could do a search. Yes, I could. I know. 14th. It's got to be right down here. It's got to be one of our Panzer headquarters, I think. This is the one we just moved, right? Um, oh, interesting. Where is 20? Okay, we're going to have to go search for it. Info screen. Oh gosh, what's the best way to do this? We could do it, by number here. Sure. 20, where does it start with the Romans? Where do we start with the Romans? Come on! Oh boy. Oh boy. I know some of you are just annoyed as hell with me right now as I scroll down this way. Okay. Oh, shit. I'm sorry. Now I know you really are. 29th Corps. There it is. All right. It's part of 11th Army. Oh. Why are we? Huh. Yeah, I don't want to take anything out of here. I like the way that 11th Army is shaped up. Okay, righty then. Well, let's go try to find some others. That was weird. I missed something there. I'm not sure what just happened. This is 29th Corps. Um, Oh gosh. Well, this is where the downside of me not going back and editing video. I just put up the video as it happens. Okay, that's great. It's in 29th Corps. I don't know what I was. I here? Was I on First Panzer Group? Maybe I was. I don't know. That was kind of strange. I didn't see him in there before, but I could definitely be wrong about that. Okay, let's go ahead. Oh, you know what? I think I was on the infantry division itself. All right. All right. Apologies. Apologies. You had to sit through that. Okay, let's hasty attack there. We did knock it back, so this was being represented properly. 345 to 52. We knocked it back a step. Okay. Let's go ahead and we don't have enough for a deliberate attack. Let's attack there. Off they go. Lost 27 fighters, 493 men. That is now just retreated back though. And shoot, I don't know. Let's hit this one. Or do we move here? Maybe we should move. No, let's go ahead and hit this. I don't think we're going to get, much satisfaction out of doing that, but we're going to go ahead and try it. Oh, wow, we did knock it back. This is looking better than I thought. This is really weak units up here. They just scrambled to try to get something up here, but they couldn't get their stronger units up here. I don't think either that, or they're really trying to protect us moving this way. But I don't want to go that way. So, excellent, excellent. Let's come up here. Three. Where do we need a holding group? We probably need one here, but we just knocked units back here, so I think we can get away with maybe coming here, here. Let's go there. All right, they're a little more tightly spaced than I would normally like them to be. Oh, shit. Maybe I wish I would could take that one back. The reason being is I don't want to attack here with inferior units. Um, because I don't want to build up the delay points in the hex. Oh, somebody made the comment last time. I guess maybe I said something that costs that many points. This right here, the delay number, it costs that many points to move into the hex, movement points. No, it's to move out of the hex. And so you can move in here, no charge, and look at the carnage. But it's going to take you one to move out because there are, tanks on the road. You got to move out of the way, stuff like that. It's a nice mechanic they put in this game. I really like it. One, two, three, four, five. Okay. All right, buddy. Let's just get you across the river. That's fine. I got a little gap there, but we'll be okay. Oh, he can back up. Okay, let's back him up. Let's back that infantry up, and this all looks good to me. I'm not going to attack there. I do not want more delay points. I hope this doesn't hurt from a stacking perspective, but I don't think it will. So, kind of no harm, no foul there. Boy, I could go ahead and do this. Let's just do it. Let's have some fun. We'll move 17th Army after we get the Panzer. Well, are we? No, because they could help. They could potentially help here. And so I am going to move them forward. I'm going to have this guy on this side of the river, although I don't really think he's going to do an attack there. That doesn't look that promising. I guess I could have brought him up all the way up there. Is there somebody that's got 12? Yeah, okay. Can he get up here? He can, but he's got nothing left. I wouldn't mind knocking that about, but I'm just going to leave as is right now. Right. Okay. So let's just move 17th east. I don't know that they're going to be able to help much with this, what I'm trying to do eventually with the Panzers. And let's just move all of this core up here. All right, we've moved them all. Let's go back here. It's 52nd Corps. Let's just move them into town here, and they can hang out there. All right. Now we're starting to build this 17th line that they're eventually going to be the ones that take these towns. Let's hope. Let's go back. Do we have anything? We do. We've still got this one isolated unit. You guys need to give up. Come on. Let's take them out with the Hungarians if we can. Let's do a deliberate attack. We'll bring in the security unit. They should certain. Okay. Well, we're going to use these mountain units. This Should do it. He says yet again, surrendered. 6,000. Man, those guys, hats off. Full salute, full military honors. We'll let them parade out of the mountains with their flying their flag. Full respect, boys. All right, let's get these mountain units going somewhere. We may need them down in the Crimea. I don't know, down by, once we get down in that area, we may need them. There aren't too many mountain areas, here on the Eastern Front. But, I mean, they still have some value, even not in the mountains. So let's get them moving. This security unit actually does not. Should we put? Oh, we're not controlling the. I would put this in the partisan box if I could. In the garrison, I should say the garrison box. And in the garrison box, we have quite a bit of stuff now, right? That cavalry brigade got automatically moved here, but that's fine. That's what I was going to use them for anyway if they're on the map. We've got no air units in here. We've got a lot of secure. All of our security units went into the Soviet Union garrison except for it seems the Hungarian ones. Now, maybe did I miss that it was on the counter somewhere that they would? I hate how that kicks you back there. Um, is this got a withdraw? No. And we've got it on refit. Let's not refit this. How about that? Oh, it's unready. Well, maybe it's got to be on refit then. What's going on here? That really got broken down by doing those attacks. It's down to 30-38. Okay, well, those are Hungarian forces. It's fine. No biggie. We've got the headquarters here. We'll just move it on a little bit and we'll start moving them east. All right, that looks good. Let's keep moving 17th Army here. And again, we're just going to bring them up here. We're going to try to avoid the big part of the Bug River. We're going to try to go just north of it where it's minor here, all right? Kind of with all of these forces. Now, these guys, man, they can get a long ways up here. Is that what I want to do? Not really. No, I want to drive them east. I want to drive them as far east as we can. Okay, so let's bring them around here. And we'll bring you. Could bring up there. Wow, he can't get around here very far. Gosh. Come on, man. Hmm. Okay, we'll bring this one here. I'll start space barring so we're not just sitting here watching things move like that. This guy, while we can, let's just knock out some of these Soviet hexes, get our control very strong there. We'll do the same with this, and we're going to go across, like I said, let's go across the minor river if we can. May as well. All right, so they're through there. I'm going to let the Romanians kind of take care of this to the extent, I say that sometimes, best wishes. We'll move this guy down here just to help if needed. We've still got these Hungarians that we can really get flying. Now the Slovaks took off on us. They went to another theater. I can't remember exactly which. We could go look, but I'm not going to do that. But those Slovak units were actually pretty dang tough. I was like, hey man, they can do some business, but it ends up they don't stick around very long. Okay, so those units, this is how we're lining up 7th Army. We'll just keep pushing east to the extent we can with them. We've got these guys here. So it's interestingly enough, I think we've got do we have a mountain unit in here? No, we don't. Okay, but we've got two here again, I mean, they're fine, but we'll use them for a little more cleanup duty. So I said I was going to trust the Romanians. We're going to move a little further south here, and just in case their help is needed. Wow, we can get a long ways up here if we really wanted to, but I don't think so. We'll just we'll go here. We'll make sure we get across this river anyway. We could also keep moving some of these to the south. They can get way down here. Maybe that's what we do. 17th needs to, vector a little south. I don't know if I wanted to take them that far, but we're going to. So that division gets down here. We'll put the other one there. That's fine. And we'll try to cross the river. Again, where it's minor, it's fewer movement points. Let's put your headquarters there. Okay. Now then, we've got. Can't forget, we've got full Romanian divisions here, but this is kind of a mobile unit. You've got the one infantry in here, but you've got the cavalry brigade. I'm going to have them help us up here, but I'm not sure how yet. So we're just going to let them be along with the Hungarians. If we can get a breakthrough, like right through here, I would like the Hungarians to do that and start parading around back here. Maybe that's our encirclement. Look out, it could happen. Um, right. These guys, okay, why is this cavalry? I really would kind of like it with this unit, but that's fine. He can lead the charge out here. Let's go here. Huh. Why is this headquarters all the way back here? Well, that was my fault. So last time I didn't really have them in good command. Not that it was a big deal, but I still, I would like to. This Romanian command, actually, 3rd Romanian Corps, doesn't have a whole lot. Um, yeah, it doesn't have a whole lot at all. Do they? Is there anything else? Nah. I mean, the Romanians just have some stuff, but they don't have enough where you'd say, oh, we got to go get that. All right, let's move him up here, and maybe we'll do a deliberate here and here. So we'll bring both of those Romanian units in and try to engineer something here. They also, wow, nice. Okay. All three of those surrendered. 1371, a lot got away. But that's really because we didn't bring probably enough force to do that. Can we move the first mountain up a hex? We can. Okay, well, we might as well do that if we can. There's our Romanians. We've also got this in that same core. Let's get him out and around here, and we can start to see what we're dealing with. All right, and we'll bring him kind of here. And then this guy can really get out here and see what's going on. Our cavalry unit, this is just how, okay, so we got some resistance here for sure. We may just move to the north of them with 17th, and we'll have the Romanians kind of hold or try to get across the river here. That all looks good. That's all fine. I guess we could bring these guys here too, or would we rather have them down here near Odessa? Uh, well, for now, I don't think it hurts to move them kind of straight east. So let's do that. I also do want to move. Let's move this guy up one, and then we'll put this guy here, and maybe he can do. Let's try a hasty attack here and see what happens. They also, oh wow, so all of these units are just like throwing up hands. All right, I'll take it. Need all the help we can get. Well, yeah, we'll keep moving these guys here. They're doing good work. We'll move the headquarters up. Okay, so now we've got all of that. Let's back up for just a second, kind of look at the situation. 6th is in and around Kiev. That looks great. We've got the Panzers still to move. We're going to try to get across the Dnieper, probably somewhere right in here. If I could take Cherkasy, that would just be peaches. All right. Because that gives us another node in our logistical network. If we could take that somehow, although I like to take urban areas with infantry, we may make a little bit of a detour from that here. Okay, this all looks fine. This all looks fine. This unit's way back here. They'll have to try to catch up. Let's go ahead and move the rest of our Romanians. They are not going to participate in the attack on Odessa. That is going to be a German operation. Okay, let's make sure we keep these lined up. But, oh shoot, I kind of want to, wish I would have, can I go back? Can I, yeah, once you click off of it, you can't undo it, right? So I actually want them to start pushing down here. We've got to get around here. I guess we can do that. We can do it with these units. That's fine. Let's get around here and completely cut Odessa off. We'll go 1, 2, where's the other one? 3. Okay, that's you. Gotcha. All right. Let's move them around here. That cuts Odessa off from all land supply. I kind of wish I would have done that last time. I don't know if I didn't have enough movement points, and I haven't gone back to look. But I wish I would have done that, but I didn't. So it's fine. It's not the end of the world. We're right there. Um, Right. Okay. So these guys, we're going to kind of move a little northeast. Maybe, maybe not. Maybe this guy I'll put down here, and we'll kind of start fanning out here and trying to get moving to the east because I have decided I am going to take the 11th Army down into Crimea and we'll try to take Sevastopol with the 11th Army and also push here. Now, if we looked at victory locations, can we get to Krasnodar? Well, I mean, we'll see. It depends how long it takes us to take Odessa, Sevastopol, and we could keep going. We can keep going. I don't know. Grozny, M Town. Not sure if we, I doubt we make it out that far. Now you see the situation around Odessa. We actually navally or air naval control these hexes. Why is that? We have two more interdiction points than the Soviets, and that's what it takes. Two more interdiction points. Here, where it's even, all right, or in places where we're ahead 2-1, that we don't have control of this hex from an interdiction perspective, but we do have control of everything around Odessa, which is except, I'm sorry, I was looking here, except these hexes right here. So they were able to still get supply in there, which means I think I still need to do naval interdiction for one more turn and really focus, kind of here, up in here. So we haven't completely navally interdicted Odessa yet. All right. So this is that one-man band out here, I believe. He only controls one unit. That's right. Okay. All good. We've got this surrounded. Next time we may move the division in here and move the regiments out or vice versa. We may do something a little different with that setup because they may help with that. All right, let's get our 11th Army set up here. And the way I'm going to do it, now they could, go a long ways there, but the goal number one here is Odessa. We're gonna triple stack within the same cores. All right. And which core is that? I'm sorry, I didn't see it. It's 30th core. Okay. 30th core is right there. 30th Corps is commanded by von Salmuth, who's a 567 with a 6 on the ground. Sorry, my voice is going a little bit. And we're just going to set these German headquarters right behind them. All right, as close as can be. They need the moral support to take Odessa. And then we have this whole core here. Let's move this one down here so it's triple stacked with its own core. That must be 54th Corps, and that is Hansen, 555 on a 6. Okay, that looks good. Let's move Hansen down here. Sure. I'll just put him right here actually, because we're going to then take 11th Corps, and 11th Corps, we'll just double click there, is going to be right here. All right. And they're going to be triple stacked. And now you see the iron ring around Odessa. Well, it's not so iron because they can still sneak stuff through here, and we will still need to do our naval interdiction air directive here. If we go to our air directives, we've still got that down here. Naval patrol. Okay, we didn't lose that many planes doing this. We ran out a lot of sorties, 395 that were the actual interdiction, 1053 escort sorties. Okay, we lost 16 bombers and 15 of the escorts. That's not terrible. That's not bad for the level of naval interdiction we got there. I will want to go look at it and make sure we're sufficiently covering these hexes right here. But now we've got them surrounded, and I like the looks of all of this. Now I could bring this up here and make it a full division. Um, Move the division out, move it back. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to sit here on this ferry uh, right here. So we're just going to hold right here and hold these guys in place, and we should be able to mop them up, eventually. Eventually. Uh, we don't really have enough to attack here this turn. I've gone back and forth whether to actually hit them this turn or not. I don't think I will. I'm not going to waste resources when they're in full supply. If I can navally interdict them but the problem is, of course, the Soviets get to go again here. They're going to get the supply in their turn, and then we turn around and it's our turn. Now, how much could they possibly get through here? I don't know if it's enough to completely freight what we're seeing here. And what are we seeing here? That's a great question. Odessa Fortress. It's showing a 196 on the defense. Okay, and a fort level of 3. So that's a lot. I don't care who you are. I'm gonna wait a turn because I do want to get the Flammenpanzers down here. Maybe we'll try to pull even more Pioneer. Do I have any more? Excuse me. Do I have any? But yeah, I've got another Pioneer battalion. Get down there. Come on. There we go. So another Pioneer. That'll help us break the fort level, and that all looks good. That all looks good. Oh shoot, he's part of this. He could have gone here. Do we do that? It's a division, but he's not very strong. My gosh, 2 out of 11. Yeah, we're not going to do that. We'll just have him kind of sit back here. That's fine. So we've moved him up. This is all good. I think we're all fine here. Oh, they're not in command yet. Okay, there we go. I guess we can go ahead and try to move the rail as far as we can here. I don't want it to just sit here. We may as well repair this and this and this. I could go, these are all triple stacked. So, okay, perfect. We'll just let it sit right there. And we've got Odessa about as ringed as it. Do I dare attack this? We'll think about that a little more. We could try to wear them down here. I just think we'll be throwing guys against the wall. I mean, it's very possible we could take it, but if we take it next turn, that's fine too. Okay, so we've moved everything back here. As far as I can tell, we've moved everything back here. We've moved our railroad unit. We've moved our Romanian railroad unit. We've got the Luftflotte back here. We've got 17th Army. These guys are all still in command, but we will be moving that in the not too distant future. I'm hoping we could move 1st Panzer straight into Cherkasy. We'll see about that. Um, okay, now it's Panzer time. Let's go find our best motorized units. Viking looking real strong Viking. We're going to put Viking right there to start with. Okay, and so let's do that. Um, this unit, 60th motorized, is looking really strong too. Let's move him up here. Okay, now let's triple click. We've got all of these units. Let's try to blow this out of here with a hasty attack. Can we do it? Now they committed something to the defense. Yep, we knocked them back though. Great. Okay, so I mean, we won that battle. It wasn't a smashing success, no pun intended. Um, we'll get off of this infantry and we'll continue on here with Viking. And let's see, how do we want to structure this? Let's go there. That oh yes, yes. All right, let's hit that with a hasty attack. Okay, we knocked it back. I would have much rather, I wish that would have routed, but okay. We're going to drive straight on. Oh, it did shatter. You son of a gun. 33, 36. What? Whoa, how far can we go here? There's surely something in Cherkasy. We've got the heavy woods here. Let's keep going. Let's see how far we can go. Hey, these battalions are already surrendering. There's nothing in town. We're just cruising down Main Street in Cherkasy saying, "What's up, guy?" It is Cherkasy, right? I've been saying Cherkasy. It's Cherkasy. Sorry. I know I'm going to get a comment about that. Somebody's going to be absolutely livid. I keep calling this Cherkasy. Okay. Wow, that's awesome. All right, we're into town and we've built a super highway here across the Dnieper. Well, we're not across yet, but there's no Soviet units here. We would be picking them up if they were. We have found a real nice sweet spot right there. Let's take 60th motorized and try to do some work. I do want to move this so it gets 3 across and we can take things straight through. But first of all, let's move 60th. Now this is the unit we just hit, but now we've got to go across the river. Um, or it's a minor river, but we still got to go across it. Let's go stack him with infantry for the time being. This is 14th. This is Naring. Good commander. He's got plenty going on here. That all looks good. I think I'll do a deliberate. Oh gosh, look at that! Look how far we can roam. There are no Soviet units back here. Everybody's like, go encircle Kiev. I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it. Um, I've got a mission. Okay, he cannot do a deliberate attack. Okay, I'm gonna take this other motorized here, and I'm gonna double stack. I need to win this battle. I need him to move. So let's double. He already got knocked back there. That's what I needed. 2483. He routed out on a 50 to 1. Ouch. 511. Okay, he's got 11. Let's move him back here. This cuts that rail. I mean, it was already cut, right? But we can start moving back here, and we'll. I guess it's naive, but I think they'll start retreating back here, which just suits our purposes. If they do start trying to go back here, I'm going to be bringing Panzer Palooza back here, so that's fine. Um, hmm. Who's he with? Okay, he's with these motorized units. He's with these motorized. Got it. Okay, so we're going to take this one and drive across the Dnieper and go see what we can see up here. Yay! Wow, look at this. He can keep going if he wants to. We're not going to do that though. I'm going to leave him right there. That's fine. He's just one out of command, but we'll take care of that at some future moment. This guy is with them, so that's fine. We'll use them as this kind of bridgeway, and we'll start bringing this guy or these guys down this way. Now, I want to make sure I've got something left to get up in here. Maybe. Oh, is this that Slovak unit? Okay, the mobile is still out here. Okay, I've still got this motorized unit, and that is with these guys. Okay, I'm gonna use him to come up here. Okay, so I've got like two full motorized units that can just go flying along here. Gosh darn it, that's great. Could come around the back door. Or I could go right here, and that's what I'm actually going to do. There we go. You go. Now, I'm going to bring him across the river. Okay, that works. Now, I'm going to need something right here, but I think it's going to be this unit if he can blow these guys out of here. Let's hope he can. I really want these guys to move back. Yes, we did. We knocked them back. They were kind of, threatening. They could have gotten it. Okay, they routed and retreated. They lost a lot of men. What do I have? Okay, that's a full Panzer division. Um, where do I want you? Actually, I need something right there. Can he back up? No. The infantry can't get there. Okay. Huh. I guess I need to take this guy here. And he can kind of hold. That's fine, but I will need something right here. I've got infantry here, I've got motorized here. I'm going to need something as like my capstone right there as we build. Now I've still got a lot of panzer divisions to move. Where are they all even? There's this one. Okay, who's he with? He's with these guys that have been driving north. Let's take him all the way down here. Here. I definitely want him across the river, I think. Um, let's go there. Let's go, a long ways away. I don't know if that was actually needed to go quite that far. Do. Now he's a little out of command, 705, but I think now I can actually move Naring up to Cherkasy. So I'm going to do that, and everybody's in command in his command. No double speaking there, buddy. The 14th. Okay. Where's his? Oh, I've still, yeah. Oh, I forgot. I've got all these Panzer divisions down here too. Let's move this one first. Um, who are they with? Now, he may be the one that has to stay here. I don't want him to be, but I think he may have to be. I don't know what else. Oh, nope, wrong. I've still got the Romanians back here, and I've got the Hungarians. Okay, we can fly. My bad. Let's start bringing these guys. We've established ourselves across the river. We could come up here. We could probably encircle Kiev next time. But we're going to take Kiev with infantry, and so it's fine. Otherwise, we're going to go this way to D-Town and elsewhere. Um, the question is, do I go across the river this time with these units or go right here? I think I'm going to go here. I don't know. I could have gone both ways there. Let's start, you know, threatening encirclement and get them to retreat where we want them to retreat. Uh, Kirovograd is mine. Can he move? Yeah, he can get right in there. Okay. Now then, let's take these panzers. These guys I may actually take across the river. Okay. Just so we have another, we've got this nice river. Now we've got our backs to the river, but the Soviets do not have enough strength to ever, like drive a panzer division back across the river. Now oh, hey, what's going on? Let's go get into this town if we can. And we did. We're in the Kremenchug. I just like to say Kremenchug. Now, see, the Soviets just are not prepared for this rapid of an advance. They can't keep up. These have 16 movement points. We've got 50, and we're just flying through here now, right? And so they can't retreat fast enough. Uh, and they're going to try to rail some of these out of here. They don't have the major rail. I guess they can take rail. We have this cut now. We have the major rail cut. They could take this rail down here and then around. I don't think they have enough strategic movement points in the world to get a decent force back here. Now they probably already have a force here, but to get all of these guys back there, no. No, I don't believe it. Some of them, not nearly all of them. Okay, so now we've done, whew, wow, we've moved a lot further than I ever suspected we could or would. Where do you want to go, buddy? I'm going to put you here. Now, that may look vulnerable for the moment, but we are going to move the Romanian mobile units right here to capstone this thing. Now, there's a threat that they won't be able to hold on, but um, hmm, where do I put you? I'm going to put him as far back here as I can and still have things in command, just in case they get attacked. Uh, 5. Okay, there we go. Yeah, I mean, is the supply situation going to be a little wonky this time? Yes. Yes, it is. Okay, so that all looks good. Now, we've got to move. How far away is the furthest one away? 20. Okay, he's got to move up 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, he's not going to be able to help a depot, but heck with it. I'm not that concerned. One thing I'm going to do is take this Romanian infantry and I'm going to go up here and just make sure nothing. Yep, and that's why. I just want to make sure nothing was lurking about. And now we have found things lurking. Dang it. Where did that Slovak unit go? Oh, we've got this too. Shit, we got a lot of stuff. Right. Let's bring him. The cavalry unit's got the least amount of movement points. Let's bring him here, and we'll just try to do a hasty and. Oh gosh, you got to be kidding me. Okay, okay. Well, that was my fault. That was my fault. I should have been a little stronger with that. Gosh. Yeah, whatever. Okay, I'm not gonna dwell on it. Let's move up here. I think this puts everybody back in command. Now he's not on Venitza, and we'll have to go back and look how we want to structure all this now. We currently do not even have a depot at Venitza, but maybe we should. Uh, how far does the rail go out here right now? Yeah, it only goes here. We don't even go anywhere near Venitza. So I don't know if it even makes sense. We will need a depot there. It's got a pretty decent size air base. Well, I say we will. We may advance way beyond that. I mean, if I back up and I mean look at the tip of that spear, shit, we could be to Kharkov, Stalino in 2 turns potentially. Now I know that they will be rushing. I'm sure the AI script says if they get across the Dnieper, bring everything, right? But that's why I'm staying on both sides of the river to the extent that they bring massive forces here to try to drive us back across the Dnieper, we can use these guys to, hey, maybe do an encirclement, maybe cross down here or go straight for the towns themselves. I mean, Cherkasy wasn't even defended. There were no units there. So who knows? Who knows what we're going to find out here? We'll see. Um, let's take the best of these. This is this. Okay, so that's the armor unit. That's our capstone, right? I don't know if that's quite strong enough. I think maybe I bring. Oh, he can't get there. Can you get there? Not really, but we'll put him there. That'll help exert some zone of control there. I wouldn't mind that being a little stronger. Okay. This is what we'll do. We'll just, knock it on with this headquarters. So if these guys do get knocked back, we've still got 2 full, hexes there. So let's move this headquarters. Good job, Romanians. This is what I like you for. No, I like all Romanians as far as I know. But I really, in this game, I like when they do that kind of stuff. All right. When we come back next time, we're going to move the Hungarian. Oh, shoot. We're almost to the end, are we not? I mean, the Hungarians might be the last thing we have to move. Why are the okay? These are those ones that don't. Oh, this is the main headquarters. Okay. This is here. Why don't we move this up to Kishinev because we will be moving it eventually. Um, we're going to have to figure out the depot situation later. I'm just not going to sit here and make you watch me figure out the depot situation. This poor Slovakian corps has got nothing left. How rude. His troops took off on him. We're going to bring, where are we going to put the Hungarians? I guess we could bring them through here and get them down here doing the encirclements. Okay. Let's get Hungarians up in here, said very few people in their life. No, if you're Hungarian, I joke, I kid. Let's bring them up this way. Because once we got the breakthrough, we may as well bring all of our mobile units up through it. I don't see why not. We don't have any other, ways to get them through right now. So let's bring up the Hungarians. All right, I'm going to call that one a quits for this time. That was really nice, a nice breakthrough. We got to hold it. I don't think this turn was kind of interesting, right? We surrounded Kiev, we surrounded Odessa. We're still going to have to get out here and do a little more naval interdiction before we can take Odessa, I believe. Um, we have completely broken through here on both sides of the Dnieper. We're threatening encirclement. We're, I guess, somewhat naively thinking that Soviets may retreat this way. That's the only way out by rail. I can tell you that. Now, if they can march through this zone of control, God bless them. But I don't think they can. Even with 16 movement points, if you're moving from there, you can only get about right here. So we'll see. We'll see. What a beautiful pocket this would be, right? Look at that. Look at that. I know some of you guys like pocket porn. That is beautiful. But I think we're going to keep driving towards Salina. We shall see. Sixth Army looks good up at Kiev. Odessa, this all looks good. Romanians will keep moving. They've got a large force here, but these units were all just surrendering. I don't know what the deal with that is. Maybe they got bad supply over here on the other side of the Bug River. I've decided we'll probably take the 11th down into the Crimea. Okay, that's it. Thank you guys so much for dropping by. Always appreciate it. Strategy Gaming Dojo. I'll talk to you guys next time. Have a good one.